Selma. Find Torres. Torres Gonzalez, if you want to be specific. Looking for Sanborn once again. Not going to get him, though. Pass goes all the way back to Carriere. Gibson, cross pass to Peterson. Thought he had an attacker behind him, not quite. A little bit of a shoulder bump. This is Dante Perry. Wanted Peterson, ends up getting double teamed. Still fighting for the ball. Good efforts from him, but possession goes back to the Jags. Reese Still is at the bottom of your screen begging for that ball. Not going to get it. It'll go to the other side of the field. Still all alone. As we remind folks that Michigan Jaguars are brought to you by Derek Bauer Realty. As Vincent Stockton tries to chase that one. Ends up setting it over the back of the net, not able to get that cross in time. But like we mentioned, Michigan Jaguars sponsored by Derek Bauer Real Estate. Do you have questions about buying a home or selling a home or just about property in general? The Michigan Jaguars are proud to have Derek Bauer as their official real estate partner, and he is happy to answer any questions you may have. Visit BauerRealtySolutions.com/contact-us. That's BauerRealtySolutions.com/contact-us. Big thank you to Derek Bauer for sponsoring the Michigan Jaguars this season. Legends in their own half. Unsuccessful throw-in. This is Stockton. We'll keep the throw-in alive. This is Reese Still looking for a ball. No ball boys, so he's going to have to chase after it himself. Throw-in will go back to the defense. This is Torres. One of the many Madonna players. Their head coach is the assistant coach for this Michigan Jaguar squad. Pass not intended, or not touched the right way, I should say. So the Legends will get it on their defensive side, trying to get something quick. That pass not the way it was intended to go at all. A little bit of flicking around. And now Demkowski will come back for it. Good ball movement, but they got him move off the ball too. That ball sent into the hands of Alvaro Lopez, who is way out of his box. Rightfully so, is able to deflect that ball. Get possession back for the Jags. He was looking for the left winger on the lawn ball. I do believe it's number 49, Ryushin Harami. Scored a goal just a couple nights ago on this same field. Ball goes over the head of Peterson, trying to keep it in bounds. He does. The Adrian Bulldog will keep it himself. Instead, it's Reese Still. A little bit of chippy, physical play. Reese Still able to draw that foul. Good defense from him. Free kick coming for the Jags. Not sure what that foul call was. It goes against the Legends, though, much to the dismay of the men in black. Play resumes. This is Torres. Center back looking for his wing backer. Didn't see the pass that he wanted, so he goes back instead. This is Still. He's been excellent on that right side. Selma. So now they're looking to reset to that same cross pass that he wanted. Vincent Stockton not in the right spot. But it was headed out of bounds, so maybe it was the right spot, just got knocked out from the head of Ryan Kintz. Apologies to the Kintz family, Kientz, if I'm mispronouncing that, 5'7" defender from Adrian. I felt confident about it coming into this game, but now the more I look at that name, the more I realize I really don't know how it's pronounced. Here's a shot directly into the back of Cole Heiser. Good positioning. Still on the attack, though, are the Jags. Harami wanted something and not going to be able to get it. His number 99, Hagen Carriere. Oh, here's Stockton. Somehow gets the ball back. Shot, a little too high. Shot low into the hands of Carriere. That's another save for him. Second save of the day. Both keepers with 2 saves each. As we are a little over 20 minutes into this match. Pretty much must-win territory for both of these teams. For the Jags, 3 points in 3 games. Not ideally where you want to be. Still early in the season for them. It's interesting to see the way that some of these teams have structured their seasons. Another We Are Soccer club, Inter Detroit, has played the majority of their matches already. And we're in the middle of June, while the Jags, among some of these other teams, have yet to play pretty much the entire month of June and July before they round out their schedules. It all depends on roster structure, right? I mean, if you're waiting on guys to come back from their college teams and they're playing a very successful college teams, they're going to be playing in national tournaments. You're not going to be able to get those guys back until after they're finished competing, at least by NCAA rules, I do believe. While there's other teams that are more structured by high school fellas, which, I mean, the rules still apply. If you're playing for your high school team, you're not allowed to compete in semi-pro or professional competition until your high school team is done for the season. Although there's other teams like Futsal Factory, who we will feature next week right here at the Hawk, that a lot of their players play on club teams, and you know, they're not playing for their schools, or maybe they're out of school. So it's a different setup for them, because most of their guys are a little bit older, along with other teams like Liquid Football, where they've had the same team for years and years. This ball has just been knocking around and bounced and dribbled all over the place. No one really maintaining possession, but the Jags get the ball in their own half. Their own third, I should say. Legends will press up. Down 1-0. Stockton sends it to the other side of Mars. This is Harami. Good cut from him. He's got an attacker in front of him, not able to get that right touch. So it's deflected out by number 4, Cole Heiser. Still on the attacking front for the Jags. Harami. Cross incoming. It's low. Heiser deflects. Jags keep possession, though. Junior Torres is in the box. He wanted the ball, not going to get it. Reese still is on the other side looking for the ball. And the offside flag was up for a considerable amount of time, just outside of your screen. And literally standing right on the corner box. So it was far out of enough of the way where everybody missed it, including myself. That pass, not where I wanted to go. Stockton, 2 defenders in the area. Need to pass back out, he will. This is Tower Niemi. I guess there's been substitutions made, I have not noticed. Both teams lined up in the near side of the field instead of the far side like typical. Good ball movement. This is Harami. Goal scorer extraordinaire from Osaka, Japan. Playing for Madonna University. And before this season began, head coach Dan Dia kind of gave me the indication that this is the most players that he's ever had on his men's roster, so that we would probably see completely different lineups week in and week out. That shot, not intended to be a shot. I don't think he wanted Torres, but will go into the hands of Carrier, so it is going to be a save, technically speaking. Third of the day. Attack, not what number 9 Dante Perry was looking for. So it's the same story we've been telling all day. Possession goes back to the Jags. Good pressure from Perry, as well as the other attackers. At least number 18, Caden Tadros, who typically operates as a midfielder. I believe he is the attacking mid. This 4-3-3 setup that the Legends are running. Junior Torres. Cross going all the way back to Arthur White. We haven't said his name a lot, but he's been solid in that right center back spot. Good passing. Stockton tried to get it past the feet of Ryan Keentz. Not able to do so. Oh, please. Oh, my. Sebastian Demkowski. Spinning, looking, saying, where's the ball? Oh, here it is. Boom. 1-1 score. Demkowski gets on the board for the Legends. This Legends team has struggled to score more than one, but now they have over 60 minutes to do so. 28th minute. Score for the team out of the Legacy Center, Brighton, Michigan. Well, if you're just joining us, you saw the second score of the game, so I guess you should play the lottery. That's pretty lucky timing right there. But if you missed the first score, it's just a rocket-powered shot from Ryan Sanborn. An excellent team goal where everybody was involved in making that happen. Ryan Sanborn, the attacker from Detroit Mercy, transfer from Bowling Green, one D1 program to another. The Jags have kind of struggled with consistency and maintaining their momentum as the game has gone on. With both of these teams, they viewed that as out of bounds. With both of these teams towards the bottom of the table, Michigan Jaguars in 8th, Legends FC in 10th, which is last. Both of these teams are just kind of at the point now where just trying to see how many points they can get, as they're not even halfway through their season, so they're still trying to figure themselves out as a team, I would assume. Harami. Far side. This is Sanborn. Had the goal earlier. Deflected it off the leg of a defender. That was Drew Tappan who sent it out, and it'll be out for a corner for the Jags. With third corner of the day total. Second for the home side. Because again, like I just mentioned, both of these teams in desperate need for a win. Legends FC, first season in the Midwest Premier League. If you're able to beat an established elite club like the Michigan Jags, how important would this be? Corner coming in. Headed up in the air. That's Arthur White. Now it's number 20, Lucas Stan, excuse me. Sending it out to the feet of number 39, Ryan Sanborn. Sorry, number 38, Tyler Niemi. 5'11" midfielder from Clarkston High School. Alvaro Lopez will get some time with the ball. Pressure coming from Legends. First-year head coach Brian Smith with Legends FC. He's the associate head coach at Clear University in Howell, Michigan. Oh, excellent steal. Poach. Lucas Stan, can you put it in? Yes, he can! 2 goals in a row. No! My, oh my! It's an offsides. And you may have heard the Legends FC players saying, oh my, G-O-D. We won't repeat that word for you. Attack trying to be started on the other side. Harami said, I wasn't right in the spot, but good idea. As the Legends were so close to taking what would have been their first lead of the season, I do believe. Holy smokes, Ryan Sanborn. Great save from Carriere. But wow, the dribbling of Ryan Sanborn to just go right through the defense and get a shot on goal. That's the 4th save of the day for Carriere. Substitutions coming in for the Michigan Jags. A few players coming in, including number 32, Nathan Casal. Number 37, Daniel Patino coming back in. No, I think I misread that. I do know 47, Adam Pluschek, the 5'9" attacker from Case Western Reserve, is in the game now. And it is number 47, or sorry. I'm mixing my numbers up. We just talked about Adam Pluschek. Among the 3 that are sitting on the bench, one of them, Vincent Stockton, who's been running all over the place this afternoon. Kick sent up into the stratosphere. Tough header. Number 40, Alik Selma, not happy with the call. Center ref saying that the Legends player was already in the spot. He beat you to it. Trying to prevent this game from getting too rough. Roland Gibson trying to keep this game going. Toulousa's in the same boat, saying, hey, I don't mind if he kicks it up against my leg. Let's keep this thing rolling. Torres gets ahead on it. Possession back in favor of the Jags. They've done a great job of winning possessions here. Just got to make something of it. This Legends defense has struggled. Way to win possession back, and foul called on that same man, Ryushin Harami. 5'7" forward from Osaka, Japan, Madonna University. There's number 32, Nathan Casal, trying to get a foot on the ball. Way by Pluschek to win it. Now Demkowski send it back. If that's not off, I don't know what is. Offsides flag is going to go up around the 45-yard line of this football field. Substitutions coming in for both sides. Midwest Premier League rule, you can substitute in once per half. So if you've never seen a Midwest Premier League game, you might wonder, holy smokes, there's a lot of substitutions in the first 30 minutes of the game. These guys will most likely see the field in the second half as well. Or the starters, I should say, will most likely come back to start the second half, just depending on how the way things go. On behalf of the Michigan Jaguars, join us at the North American Soccer Expo taking place August 1st through 3rd, 2025 in Novi, Michigan, the premier event designed exclusively for soccer directors, coaches, administrators, and professionals at every level of the game, from recreational to professional. Whether you're guiding a grassroots program or leading at the elite level, you'll find tailored content to match your experience, from dynamic on-field demonstrations to in-depth classroom sessions. Beyond the education, this is your chance to network with peers, connect with mentors, and be part of a growing community dedicated to advancing the sport. Don't miss our 2 evening social events, perfect for building lasting relationships and exchanging ideas in a relaxed setting. Register today at NorthAmericanSoccerExpo.com. That's NorthAmericanSoccerExpo.com. A lot of special guests set to take place at that 3-day event. Now Legends trying to will themselves back into this. They nearly had a goal after an offsides was called. And both of these teams are just looking for the quick attack. Hustling up to that ball is the Michigan Jaguars defender, looking for a shot on goal. He gets it. A great save from Hagen Carriere. That shot taken, I do believe, by number 32, Nathan Casal, the 6'2" attacker from Northwood. That height, I'm sure, is certainly a benefitter on those corners or set piece plays where you just send the ball in the mix. Oh, awful pass. And that ball, whoa, just goes to the wide of the net. Carrier tried to get in the way, and it ends up getting deflected out of bounds, I do believe, by Drew Tappan. The way it deflected off his leg, I thought it was just going to slowly roll into that back right part of the net. Instead, it goes on the other side of the post. Corner for the Jags. Sends it in the mix. A little far. That's Casal chasing after it. Goes out of bounds. Sets a throw in for Legends FC. Almost halfway through this match. It's been a fun one so far. A lot of quick attacks by both sides. Good saves. Defense, a little something to be desired, I believe, by both sides. There have been individual strong performances on these defensive lines, but as a unit, they've struggled, both the Jags and Legends. At the Hawk at Farmington Hills, beautiful turf. Press box, not so much. That cross going into the head of Alvaro Lopez, who, instead of grabbing it, he had to head it out. I wonder if it was deflected off of a leg of a Jaguars player, which is why he did that. The Legends not able to take advantage of that keeper out of the net, so it is a goal kick. Speaking of bad press box conditions, there's a bee in here, and I am trying my best not to freak out, but I'm not a huge fan of them. Lopez, 5'11" keeper from Madonna University, the country of Spain. That ball stolen by Demkowski, who scored the first goal for the Legends, excuse me. Great sliding tackle to win that defensive matchup. This is Maldonado. A lot of tough play between these two teams. Excellent stuff there. And now number 37, Daniel Patino. Send that ball all the way over, and offside's called. Oh my. Shoved over by Drew Tappan, not a fan of the way number 37, Daniel Patino, was running. No, excuse me, that was Nathan Casal. Patino was on the pass. Offsides was called though. We've seen a few of those on both sides. Legends playing a 4-3-3 attacking front, or attacking style, I should say. They like to press up quite a bit. Put their center mid as an attacking midfielder. Jaguars in a 4-2-3-1. Speaking of attacking, here's the Legends trying to generate something. Ball bounces around. Now this is Patino sending it to the other side of the field. Crisp moves. And that one, number 41, Justice Herman. 6'3" attacker, also from Madonna. I didn't mark a country, so I imagine he's from America, but I will check on that at halftime, make sure that's the case. Legend selecting the punt. Fight another day. 1-1 match if you're just joining us. Ryan Sanborn in the 7th minute. Sent a ball directly into the back of the net. Rocket-powered shot on a team goal. 20 minutes later, Sebastian Demkowski ripped the ball away from a defensive backer, spun around and slid it into the net. Alvaro Lopez was already fallen over. He had already made a save at that point, so not able to make another one. Speaking of Demkowski, here he is. Gets the ball stolen from him. Now cross to the other side of the field. Running for his life is Adam Pluschek. Near side, trying to get past his defense. He's got two defenders in front of him. Ball deflected out. It'll be out for a corner. Pluschek. 40 minutes into this. Not as many players in the mix. A lot more defenders than there are attackers. They'll elect to go short. That ball sent directly into the hands of Hagen Carriere from the foot of Reese Still, who I believe has played the entirety of this first half. Gibson back to Carriere. Not the right touch. Here's Casal on the attacking front again. Will go outside. Shot directly into the arms of Carriere. Not sure if that was a shot or a cross. Either way, the keeper gets directly in front of it. Covered from almost head to toe in high 70s weather. God bless him. Ball bouncing all types of different directions. It's won by 37 Daniel Patino, midfielder from Schoolcraft. That ball intended for Patino, not able to get it to him though. Instead it was number 19, Craig Tinsley. Attacking set for Legends. No one in the midfield to collect that pass though. He's trying to go through the legs of Harami. I'm not sure what that move was there from Gibson. This is Still. Cross sent to Justice Herman. Good defense from the Legends defender. Harami in the midfield, typically an attacker. Would have been a miscommunication there. A lot of these guys playing in countries all around the world, so there might be some sort of language barrier as they're only playing their 4th game of the season with each other. Although typically by game 4, you should probably have a lot of the stuff figured out. That ball launched into the air. Adam Pluschek fighting through all types of contact. No foul. Here's Demkowski. Gets almost bulldozed. Instead, it's going to be Herman falling over. Good toughness from him, despite the severe height difference. Joshua Cabillos, who's checked in, did not start this game. This is Still, who's played all 40 minutes. Going to Pluschek. Cross, grabbed up, not quite. Went through the hands of Hagen Carriere. Thank goodness an attacker was out there. It could have been disastrous. Still manages to pick up the ball. Roughly a minute left before we begin stoppage time here from the Hawk in Farmington Hills. This will be the home for the Michigan Jaguars for the rest of the season. That ball sent back to Lopez. He will not play the second half. It'll be Giancarlo Darius taking his spot. On the Legends FC side, I'm curious to see if the 6'4 keeper from Cleary University, Austin Freemeyer, will go between the pipes. We'll keep you in the loop on that. Cabillos finds Selma. The Jags are electing to dribble this out. Last 5 minutes of a half are so crucial. Jags know this better than anybody. They got scored on in the first minute of the game and the last minute of the game against Troy United. Lopez gets it past Dante Perry. That pass not intended. This is Gibson to pick it up. Ball sent all types of different directions. Instead, the Legends will look to reset. Keens, double teamed, fights through it, gets the ball back. He's got Lucas Stan in front of him, begging for the call. He's going to get it. Daniel Patino was on that foul. Estimating roughly a minute, 2 minutes maybe. There were 2 goals scored, no cards, and a few substitutions as there are in every Midwest Premier League game. So not a lot of time left. They'll look to send this into the box. It's a little short, headed away. Beautiful kick from Casal. Keeps possession alive for the Jags. No one there to grab it. They want some sort of miscommunication. They thought there was a foul. It's going to lead to an attacking chance for Perry. A trip. Much to the dismay of all the Legends staff and bench players. There was a play on the ball, but it was definitely, I don't know, some tricky contact. The VAR was allowed in Midwest Premier League action. You might take a second look at that. Instead, it's going to be a corner in favor of the Legends. So at least you get that going for you. Attacking chance. Almost everybody's in the box on this one. Into the mix. Headed out and away over the head, but it is going to be a corner. It was headed out, I do believe, by Justice Herman, who's taller than most of the players on that field, 6'3". Taller than everybody besides the backup keeper for Legends, Austin Freemeyer, who's 6'4". Another corner in stoppage time. Probably the last chance they'll get. Sent very far out. Tripping on that was number 7, Luis Maldonado. That is going to be the end of the half. For Jag and Leg, I don't know. That makes me laugh. I don't know how else you would phrase it, but for the Jaguars and the Legends, 1-1 is the score. It's been an interesting game to watch so far. Both of these teams in desperate need of a win. We're going to cut to commercial, and we'll be right back with the halftime show, as well as the live halftime report right after this.
Welcome to the halftime show for the Michigan Jaguars game against Legends FC. We talked to Michigan Jaguars head coach Dan Dieck about what his favorite books are and some of the things that have inspired him over the years. We're interested in books that you're reading, so I'm curious to know, out of the books you've read throughout your lifetime, if there's any one or two books that have been very impactful or stand out to you, or stuff that you still reference in your work today.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, I'm interested on how other coaches think and how to do. So for me, the book that Pep Guardiola write, the book that Carlos Ancelotti and Jurgen Klopp, so I think those were very impactful, I would say, especially on my coaching, so I do find some of my guiding principles similar with all those to a certain degrees. I don't compare myself with them, but yeah, those I think were 3 books that I really enjoyed.
Thank you to head coach Dan Dieck for joining us on the halftime show. On the other side of this, we will have the live halftime report from the Hawk. Stick around.
Hi, Brooks. We're at our favorite store, Soccer World in Rochester. We're just gonna do some light shopping. Nothing big. Ooh, pretty colors. Oh, and one of these too?
Ooh, Germany. Nate would like this.
Hey, Brooks, look at all these. Look what I got.
South America. Ooh. Wow, that's not MLS. Cool.
Socks? No.
Ooh, a ball pump. Next in line.
Sir, you're next.
Right. That's a mannequin. You know that.
Huh?
It's a mannequin.
Oh. Sorry, sir.
Hug, what are you doing?
Nothing.
Huh?
Welcome to the live halftime report from the Hawk in Farmington Hills. The Michigan Jaguars are proud to have HealthQuest Physical Therapy as their title sponsor for the past 4 years and are excited for many more. Very fun match to watch between the Michigan Jaguars at home against Legends FC. Both of these teams, 1 combined win, 6 combined losses between the two of them. No cards on either side, but 2 goals scored. First in the 7th minute by Ryan Sanborn on a rocket-powered shot. And now the Legends, Sebastian Demkowski was able to rip the ball away from a defender, spin around, and swing it into the back of the net. And that was in the 28th minute. On saves, it has been 2 for Alvaro Lopez, a starter for the Michigan Jaguars, and 4 for the number 99, Hagen Carrier, the keeper from Brighton High School, graduated in 2020. It looks like both of these teams are going to substitute their keepers in the second half. Giancarlo Darius, the 6-foot keeper from Lawrence Tech, who had 4 saves against the Cedars, will be taking the second half between the pipes. And Austin Freemeyer has not warmed up besides in the pregame, but I'm very curious to see what the 6'4 keeper out of Cleary could have going for him. So it's been a very tightly contested match. Not a lot going on besides those 2 goals that I mentioned, but there have been many attack chances. But these teams have just, 1, haven't capitalized on it. 2, the defensive lines have struggled to, they're struggling to be able to keep up with the attacking fronts for both sides. So, yeah, it's one of those things where if one side can tighten up their defensive line, it feels like this game could flip on its head for either one of these teams, both in desperate need of a win, like I've said a lot of times over. That is going to be all for the live halftime report. We will be back in roughly 10 minutes with the start of the second half right after this.
Tempo, yes, yes, drop out, good, yes, touch, play, right foot, yes, scan, good, touch in, play, drop your hip, right, yes, good scan, yes, Jay, well done, inside on touch, play, see it, yes.
I'm Craig Hearn. Today, I'm here with the football doc, Dr. Zachary Atwood. He's going to show me some simple exercises and stretches to do before my soccer games. Because to be honest, I'm getting a little older and I need to be better prepared for these games. All right, he's got some stuff he's going to show us. Let's jump in.
What's up, guys? Dr. Zach here with Craig. We're going through a dynamic warm-up here. Super important, especially in this age group as we get older. A lot of guys that I see, they go right from their car and straight to the field without any warm-up. We want to make sure that we're getting the body warm, we're getting loose, we get the heart rate up so that we can help reduce injuries. All right, guys, so I've got Craig currently doing some grass sweeps. He's doing a Frankenstein stretch, and he's also going through some pogos right now. Whoa, Craig, what the hell?
Yep, sorry, Doc. All this newfangled dynamic warm-up, this and that. What was wrong with my old warm-up? Oh, yeah, the doc was right. Definitely need the new warm-up. Oh, good Lord.
What? And I'm gonna give you one opportunity because we're friends. Winner!
Who gives a shit about where the ball's been?
Yeah, F him. They went from loving this guy, best move ever, to hating him.
I think it's the most ridiculous thing in the world.
I love it because it tells you how the game was played.
There's nowhere for him to go. I think there's one place.
You can't do that in the national team. Do I look like I'm freaking kidding?
He does things that are absolutely insane.
Successful and sexy? No. It wasn't aggravating at times? Yes. That's not very fair.
It's not about being fair.
Welcome to the greatest soccer show ever.
Novi, Michigan, the premier event designed exclusively for soccer directors, coaches, administrators, and professionals at every level of the game, from recreational to professional. Whether you're guiding a grassroots program or leading at the elite level, you'll find tailored content to match your experience. Here's an attack shot. We'll come back to that read in a second. Shot in the goal. Wow, extending his leg. As well as some others. We'll highlight as Storm Powers, first team all name. We'll take a seat on the bench. 27 minutes into this match. If you are just joining us, big thank you to all those watching on all the We Are Soccer platforms. This is Dante Perry. Thank you for joining us. We might have something crazy here for you. Oh, please. Oh, my. Sebastian Demkowski. Second half getting ready to take place in just a few moments. You see the Jags have already taken the field and getting themselves warmed up. Some of those starters and some of the, a nice mix of starters and substitutions that are on the field at the moment. For Legends, we were given, well, nobody gave us the indication that Austin Freemeyer might go between the pipes, but he did suit up. He is one of the 17 rostered members, not 18. They only brought 17 to this game. So I was kind of thinking, all right, well, if the Jaguars are going to play two keepers, maybe the Legends will too. Doesn't look like that's the case. He is still wearing the practice jersey, and it will be Hagen Carriere to go back between the goalposts on the left side of the field this time. 1-1 tie score. Head coach Dan Diak, assisted by Mark Zathi, the head coach of Madonna University, as well as his son, Alex Diak, the progeny of Dan, going through hip surgery this past week. Thoughts and prayers with him. Not fun for anybody of any age, especially someone as young as him. For the Legends, it will be roughly the same starting lineup that they had going into it. They might make some, well, I assume they will make some substitutions as the second half continues. 1-1 score. If you're paying attention during that halftime, after the live halftime report, we showed some instant replays of the Ryan Sanborn score as well as the Sebastian Demkowski score for the Legends. Giancarlo Darius between the pipes for the Michigan Jaguars. 4 saves against Cedars with 1 goal allowed. The Cedars are a really offensively well powered team, but they were already up 2-0 at that point, and a lot of that second half was just passing the ball back and forth, so weren't playing as intense as they typically do. This is Vincent Stockton for the throw-in. We'll go back to 34, Janier Torres. They wanted that quick scoring opportunity. Instead, it's going to be 14, Roland Gibson. This is Demkowski, the goal scorer, who's bounced back and forth between the forward spot and midfield. Harami, back to Lusso, plus check. Did not start the game, but started the second half. Now the Legends will look to make a run of their own. If you are a Michigan Jaguars fan, join us at the North American Soccer Expo, taking place August 1st through 3rd, 2025 in Novi, Michigan. The premier event designed exclusively for soccer directors, coaches, administrators, and professionals at every level of the game, from recreational to professional. Whether you're guiding a grassroots program or leading at the elite level, you'll find tailored content to match your experience, from dynamic on-field demonstrations to in-depth classroom sessions. Beyond the education, that shot headed away. Beyond the education, this is your chance to network with peers, connect with mentors, and be part of a growing community dedicated to advancing the sport. Don't miss our 2 evening social events, perfect for building lasting relationships and exchanging ideas in a relaxed setting. Register today at North American, very dominant in the United Women's Soccer League, UWS. See if that dominance will continue after Flint City AFC made the drop down to that level of play. And that's usually a team that wins a lot of their games but always gets bested by the Michigan Jaguars. Foul called on Adam Pluschek, a little bit of I wouldn't call it a two-handed shove. It was more like one hand and a forearm into the back of number 15, Drew Tappan. Brighton High School graduate in 2020. I believe either then or 2021. I remember sharing a class with him. Go Bulldogs. A lot of Bulldogs on the squad, both from Brighton and from Adrian. Now that foul is going to go against Adam Pluschek, a little bit of a receipt for what he did earlier. Trying to put the Jags in the dog pound. They've struggled with that mightily this season, putting any team in the dog pound. -12 goal differential in 4 games. Not ideal. Ball goes off the leg of Ryan Sanborn. Had an excellent score in the first half. Speaking of going off the leg, that's off the leg of Dante Perry. Ball goes back to the Jags. Arthur White sends it back to Cabillos. Pluscheck not expecting that ball to come his way. He was late to get into it. It ends up being deflected out of bounds. So the Jags retain possession. Roughly a little over 40 minutes left to go, if you include the stoppage time that's yet to be counted. Foul there. We're most likely going to see a flag on this one. Never mind. We're just going to give him a warning. This play will quickly resume. This is Vincent Stockton, listed as an attacker for this match. He's back in that left back, wing backer spot. Stockton trying to keep it alive. He can't. Out of bounds for a goal kick. And head coach Dan Diak, big thank you to him for joining us on the halftime show. Talked about some of those books he's been reading. Of course, I should have expected reading a lot of books from head coaches about coaching stuff. That's all he does is coach soccer, whether it's here or at ODP, where he's the goalkeeping director. It's a youth program. This is the only adult team that he coaches. I say adult, this is a men's team, or however you want to phrase it. Running for his life is Ryushin Harami. Does not keep it alive, he'll have to hustle back. Love to see it. 5'8" defender from Osaka, Japan. Sorry, yeah, Osaka, Japan. He's an attacker though, at Madonna University. I'm very curious, and honestly, I would be interested to have a guy like Mark Zathe on to recruit from all. Okay, holy smokes, you can't pull the jersey like that. Getting the card for that one is going to be number 46. And he's going to say, get over here, I got to give you the card. That's Otavio Toluso, midfielder from Schoolcraft, getting the first yellow card of the day. Yes, first yellow card of the season as well. I'll log that in my notes really quick in the 52nd minute. And go back to what I was talking about. So Madonna, they've had this very unique recruiting strategy where NAIA, one, there's no age limit to when you're allowed to play. So a lot of NAIA programs will have older players because of that. But their unique recruiting ability in terms of scholarships also allows them to be able to recruit guys from all over the world. So somehow Mark Zathe has these connections in different countries like Spain, Colombia, Brazil, Japan, among others, where he's able to bring guys in, teach them, put them in classes so they can learn English. They can earn their degree using soccer as a platform to do so. So not only learning while you're on the field, but also in the classroom as well. And after 4 years at Madonna University, you can choose, hey, you know, maybe I like America, I want to stick around, use this degree to work here in the United States, or, hey, you know, this was a nice experience, 4 years in America, got to see a little bit of culture, not only American culture, but the culture of all these different countries, because I played with all these people who are from South America, Europe, and elsewhere. And this is Adam Pluscheck. We'll finish that thought in a second. Cross inside, saved by Carriere. Excuse me, not saved. Would have been saved if Tyler Niemi was able to get a foot on it. Excuse me, that would have been Ryan Sanborn who scored the first goal of the day. The ability to learn English is definitely something that would be useful for anybody outside of the States, assuming they would want to continue to live in the United States. But if they know more than one language, I mean, it doesn't matter what your primary language is. If you know more than one, that makes you an asset in any workplace in America, any workplace in the world. So just a very unique story going on in Livonia, Michigan. And the more I talk about it, the more I think about the good work that Mark Zathi's doing, the more I want to bring him on the program. That cross intended for Dembowski, who wasn't there in time, so Junior Torres kicks it off his leg and retains the goal kick. No saves yet for Giancarlo Darius. In his 9th minute, he did not play the first half. That was Alvaro Lopez, who recorded 2 saves, 1 goal allowed. Ball sent. It's intended for Sanborn, not able to get it to him though. Drew Tappan will settle it. Come back out for Drew Bowman. Drawing the foul on that, number 49, Ryushin Harami, and the yellow card given. Was that to Dembowski? Looked like Harami kind of sold it a little. Drawing the foul on given. Looked like Harami kind of sold it. Regardless, the yellow card was flashed. I'm going to put Dembowski in my notes. I'm not sure if that is the case or not. I have to see some sort of replay or watch the film back. The 55th minute. Dembowski, who also scored the first goal of the day. Or sorry, first goal of the Legends side, I should say. Vincent Stockton, cross, shot inside, no save, or sorry, the save is there. Ryan Sanborn not able to get that power behind it. Regardless, it's a first save of the second half for either side. Bowman loses the ball, not sure what he was thinking there. Harami on the near side. We'll find Niemi. Torres. We'll find Harami. Madonna teammates. Go inside to number 30, Arthur White from Northwood. Bowman trying to save that ball by any means necessary. It's still in bounds. No, side judge says it went out. Goal kick for Legends. 1-1 score. No cards in the first half, but 2 yellows flashed up within 3 minutes of each other. First on Otavio Toluso and the second on Sebastian Dembowski. It's been a bit of a game that's progressively been getting chippier and chippier as the game's gone on, as both of these teams are hungry for a win. If the result holds, this would be the first tie by either side. A point would move the Legends up to 9th, as Detroit Badgers FC do not have a point of their own yet, after going 0-4 themselves to start the season. Dembowski charging that attack literally by himself, deflects it off the defender's leg and earns the corner for the Legends. I believe the 4th of the day for them. Set to take this one, number 10, Storm Powers, first team All-Namer. More defenders than attackers in the box. Into the mix. Low, headed away. Will be settled. Cross, headed, just wide. I believe that was Drew Bowman. Had the right angle at it, just not able to get that head where it was supposed to be. So they shot just wide of the net. Good cross, though, from the attacker. These quick passes have not worked out for the Michigan Jags. And they have struggled to retain possession in the second half. Legends in the right spot. Carriere, keeper from Brighton High School, 2020 graduate, so it's been some time since he's stepped foot in those halls. Has Harami to his left, he'll go to him. on the attack for the Jags. Scored a goal last time. Can he do it again? Getting roughed up in every type of way. No call. Vincent Stockton. Rami tried to draw the foul by falling over. Center ref said, get up. Maybe not that, but. Niemi. Now back out. This is Arthur White to Pluscheck. Quick ball movement. Good stuff here. Pluscheck in the midfield trying to make something happen. This is Vincent Stockton on the wing back. Pluscheck driving through the middle. Miscommunication. Toulouse was not ready for it. It's going to be Drew Bowman who lets it go out of bounds to throw in for the Legends. Good defense from Legends FC on the first real possession from the Jags this half. Pluscheck. Able to keep possession alive for the Jags. Once Toulouse inside, he gets double teamed. Dembowski on there, as well as Drew Bowman, who steals the ball away. Ball being settled all types of different ways. This is Pluscheck on the attack, needs a cross. Ends up deflecting it off a leg. Pluscheck wants a foul, holding his leg. Number 4, Cole Heiser says, stop that. You fell over on your own. I didn't do anything for that. Regardless, the Michigan Jaguars earn the corner. They have the short option of Vincent Stockton, guarded by Dembowski. A lot of players in the box as well. Will go short. This is Stockton. Goes out to Harami. Gets it damn near ripped away. And the two-handed shove from Dembowski earns him. No, they're going to say no yellow card. The way that the ref was walking and moving his hands, it looked like he was going to be flashing the yellow card. And if Dembowski got another one, that would be his second, and it would mean an ejection, plus a suspension in the following game this team plays. Instead, it's just a free kick, set piece opportunity. Toulouse sends it in. Grabbed out of the box by Hagen Carrier, excuse me. Their season. Do you have questions about buying a home or selling a home or just about property in general? The Michigan Jaguars are proud to have Derek Bauer as their official real estate partner, and he is happy to answer any questions you may have. Visit BauerRealtySolutions.com/contact-us. That is BauerRealtySolutions.com/contact-us. Big thank you to Bauer Realty Solutions for sponsoring the Michigan Jaguars season. Glad to have you on We Are Soccer, whether you're watching on YouTube, X, Facebook, Twitch, or Amazon Prime. No, we're not on Prime. That'd be kind of cool, though, if we were. Tightly contested game against both of these teams in a place where a win would be desperately welcomed. I would have to check the standings again to see if 3 points would get the Jags anywhere, or where that would put them, I should say. Ball stolen away. This is Niemi going out wide. Cross, Pluscheck in the area. Not in the right position. Toulouse trying to save it. I do think it was deflected out of bounds. So it is a throw-in in favor of the Jags. Substitutions coming in for the Legends. It is going to be number 1, Kyle Peterson, 6-foot attacker. Salem High School graduate. Plays at Adrian now. Taking a look at these standings. First, I got to say that the Midwest Premier League site is one of the most beautiful sports websites that I've placed my eyes upon. Very well designed. Not sure who's responsible for that, but I want to give them a shout out because they did a fantastic job. The Michigan Jags, with a win today, would move up into a tie for 6th place with Cedars FC, who they lost to over a week ago now. Would move them past Inter Detroit, who have played 6 games, only 4 points for them. Just a very tough season for them on many fronts, on the field especially. They're going to call it a push foul. And if the Jags were to just get a tie, that would put them up to a tie for 7th place with Inter Detroit. Jags have 3 points, Inter Detroit with 4. of the We Are Soccer clubs. Troy United FC is leading the way. 6 games played, 12 points for them. It's been good to see them succeed. They struggled a little bit to open the season, but now have kind of found their footing. With only 4 games left to play, they're in that race for the Great Lakes Championship. It will be the winner of the Great Lakes East Division against the Great Lakes West Division winner. If the results were to hold over there, it would be Lansing Common FC, well-run organization. This is Tavio Taluso going inside. Tyler Niemi trying to get a shot, gets it off, but it's just wide of the net. The second half started with Legends maintaining a lot of the possession. Now the momentum has flipped in favor of the Jaguars, who are now pressing up in this 4-2-3-1 formation. They're going to keep the high press. Try to force the Legends into doing something not smart. Similar to what the Legends did to earn their goal. It was the press from Sebastian Demkowski that gave them the goal to tie this thing up in the 28th minute. Legends somehow get that throw in, lose possession right away. Tappan not ready for it. Or not the right touch by number 7, Luis Maldonado. Throw in away in the box. Ball moving back and forth. Jags trying to reset. This is plus check. Might go outside. He will. This is Harami looking for the cross. Over the heads of everybody. Headed up into the hands of Carriere. Much to the delight of the Legends fans. A lot of folks in attendance here at the Hawk on both sides. Great to see. It's one of the beautiful things about this league is that all the teams are within less than 50 miles of each other, I would say. There's no 100-mile limit like there is on other teams in other semi-pro leagues. So it allows for these leagues that are teams that are very close to each other to be able to have intense rivalry matchups. Not that this is intense by any means necessary, but you think about academy clubs that are illustrious. You think about the Michigan Wolves and Hawks, who are not in this league, but I think the next 2 teams that would be on that list would be, if you include the Stars, there's the Michigan Jaguars and Legends from the Legacy Center. Excellent cross ball to number 3, Drew Bowman. All by himself, crosses over the heads of everybody. Trying to find number 10, Storm Powers. Settles it. No one in the midfield. So the possession will flip back. That was a beautiful through ball. Not able to make anything of it. Substitutions ready to come in just a second. Not sure when the center ref will make that distinction. Free kick to be taken by the Legends. After that foul, Ryan Keens is behind it. A little over 20 minutes left in this match. Both coaches sitting, watching patiently. Curious to see what goes on here. Into the mix. Headed up into the hands of Giancarlo Darius. First save of the evening for him. Came off the head of number 7, Luis Maldonado, the 5'10" attacker. Just graduated from Howell High School. Congrats to him. Curious to see where he made the announcement. Speaking of attack, Drew Bowman trying to go through the whole defense, not able to do so. Had one man to beat. It was that man 31, Joshua Cabillos. Substitutions finally coming in for Legends. Number 19, Craig Tinsley, as well as number 20, Lucas Stan. 6-foot attacker from Southfield, Michigan. Storm Powers, first team all-name, will take a seat. Physical chippy play continues as both teams are fighting for this ball. Bodies are flying everywhere. Adam Pluschek now, developing a run, counterattack. Who's he got in front of him? This is Ryan Sanborn, keeper out of the box. Is it in? Yes, it is! Brace for impact! Ryan Sanborn caught the keeper slipping and puts it in the back of the net to make it 2-1 in favor of the Jags at home. In the 70th minute. Ryan Sanborn scores in the 7th and the 70th minute. When 77 rolls around, we'll keep our eyes peeled to see where Sanborn is on the field. Some sort of issue going on. Number 9, Dante Perry. Is there a water break? There's number 3, Drew Bowman, who I don't believe was on the field taking a sip of water, but oh, it's Dante Perry is hobbling on that right leg. Something is up with his left leg. Begging for something. He's going to take a step off. Number 11, Giovanni Alvarado, will step in for the first time today. That will push number 3, Drew Bowman, up to the midfield. And move number 19, Craig Tinsley, up to the striker spot. So a little bit of movement going around for this legacy team. Two-1 Jags. It's been such a fun match to watch. Thank you for joining us on We Are Soccer, wherever you are watching across the world. I assume across the world. I don't know. There's some players that are coming from across the world to play for this Jags team. Thank you to your families for supporting if you are. Physical play continues. That contact between Ryush and Harami, as well as Cole Heiser. Otavio Toluso and Roland Gibson getting a talking to from the center ref, saying, hey, whatever this beef is you guys got with each other, cut it out. We want a clean game, we want a fair game. Clean is probably not the word I would use to describe a game like this, because both of these teams are struggling to start the season, trying to get themselves in the win column. Oh, beautiful attacking chance. Straight into the hands of Giancarlo Darius. Shot taken by Kyle Peterson. Waited for Peterson to approach him before Giancarlo Darius fell on top of it. That's the second save of the evening. That's as many as Alvaro Lopez had on 3 shots on goal. Vincent Stockton has inside, will instead go out. Otavio Toluso. Ball blocked by Alvarado. And Carrier will send it to the midfield. Winning possession back. This is Arthur White, being chased by many defenders. Will instead find Pluschek. Keeps it in bounds. Looking to swing that ball around the field. This is Niemi. Out to Pluschek. Ball inside. Was crossed and sent away by Drew Tappan. Pluschek somehow keeping that ball alive. We'll go back to Torres. who has Harami, his Madonna teammate, on the left wing. Moves inside. There's a lot of defenders to skate past. Mishandled. That's Stockton going back to Harami. Find Torres. As possession will reset for the Michigan Jaguars. Up 2-1. A little over 15 minutes left to go before stoppage time. Arthur White. Plus check. Gets knocked out of bounds. Possession still with the Jags. Speaking of the Jags, they will substitute 2 players in. Nathan Casal, one of them. The other, Elik Soma from Spain, who started in this game. Taking a step out, it's going to be number 38, Tower Niemi. He's played a large majority of this game. Played a lot of the first half as well as all of the second half. As a lot of the Jags players will continue to warm up on the right side of the field. Until then, here's another potential attacking chance. Headed away. Peterson trying to settle it. He's got 2 defenders in front of him. Instead, keep it alive. We'll go back to Alvarado. Heiser. Sent out wide to Tappan. Tappan gets that pass blocked by the defense. Legends still retain possession though. Good move from Craig Tinsley to send it to number 20, Lucas Stan. Trying to keep it alive. Ends up going out for throw-in. I don't believe the side judge made a signal, but you see it on your screen. He's out there with the ball in his hands. Tinsley finds Alvarado, goes inside, mishandled. Stolen by Vincent Stockton. Here's Harami. He's got a teammate behind him. Will instead go inside to Stockton. No, he's going to skip that, go to Casal. Not able to get there in time before Carriere gets his hands on it. Throw headed away, back into the hands of Carriere. Great pressure from this Michigan Jaguars team. Jags will reset. As we remind you one last final time in this game to join us at the North American Soccer Expo, taking place August 1st through 3rd, 2025 in Novi, Michigan. Oh, potential attacking chance stopped there by Torres. The premier event designed exclusively for soccer directors, coaches, administrators, and professionals at every level of the game, from recreational to professional. Whether you're guiding a grassroots program or leading at the elite level, you'll find tailored content to match your experience, from dynamic on-field demonstrations to in-depth classroom sessions. Beyond the education, this is your chance to network with peers, connect with mentors, and be part of a growing community dedicated to advancing the sport. Don't miss our 2 evening social events, perfect for building lasting relationships and exchanging ideas in a relaxed setting. Register today at NorthAmericanSoccerExpo.com. That is NorthAmericanSoccerExpo.com. Big thank you to the North American Soccer Expo for sponsoring the Michigan Jaguars this season. Many Jags directors and staff members will be there representing one of the premier academies in Michigan. Stockton fakes that kick. Many folks in the soccer space will be there as presenters or special guests, including Alexi Lawless. Some of the boys from We Are Soccer, Craig Hearn, Brooks Lambier, and everybody else. Here's a shot. Oh, easy money. Adam Pluschek to seal the deal, potentially. Off the assist from Ryan Sanborn. The counterattack has worked very favorably for this Michigan Jaguars team in the second half. The 78th minute. And we joked around, Ryan Sanborn scored in the 7th minute, the 70th minute, and I said Hey, we'll take a look in the 77th minute, make sure Sanborn's not in a scoring chance, but and it was the 78th minute and he had the assist, so if he decided to take that himself, he probably would have scored. We'll have to play the lottery tonight. That ball goes past the legs of everyone on the Legends team. We'll find the feet of Giancarlo Darius. Legends at this point, if the result holds, they will fall to 0-5. And at 0-5, your season's pretty much over. I hate to tell it, but great to say it, I should say. But that's what the Legends are looking at. Trying to keep that possession alive was Ryan Sanborn again, who's been outstanding on the attack. And if the result holds for the Jaguars, they would move up to 2-2 on the season. 2 wins, 2 losses. That would get them to 6 points to put them in a tie for 6th place with Cedars FC, the team that they previously lost to. I do believe Cedars have only played 2 or 3 games though, so it's a little bit of a different mark. I guess if this is 4th for the Jags, they're in a similar spot. Cedars FC, the Great Lakes East champions of last year. Curious to see what kind of attack they got. Oh man, Ryan Sanborn wanted plus check once again. Too many defenders in the area though. Cross sent all the way to Harami. One Stockton finds him, gets past Alvarado. Does he have the cross? Yes, he does. Deflected away by Tappan. Now, ball's moving all types of different directions. Harami steals the ball away. We'll go back to Torres, his Madonna teammate. Here's plus check from Case Western Reserve. Shot, too wide. Not the right angle on it. As substitutions will come in for the Michigan Jaguars with 10 minutes left to go before stoppage time. Taking their steps onto the field will be Ryan Moody, 6-foot defender from Detroit Mercy, as well as Reese Still, who was unbelievable in the first half. 5'8" defender from Lawrence Tech. Harami steps off the field, as well as Pluschek, who just scored that last goal. I believe the first goal of the season, if I'm not mistaken, for Adam Pluschek. Drew Tappan. Legends at a point where they are playing for fun now at this point. You gotta learn to get on the same page. It feels like there's 3 separate lines playing with each other instead of one united team. Arthur White sends it out to Stockton. Cross, a little high. I believe it was punched up into the air. So it's gonna be a throw in for the Jags. If you're head coach Dan Diak, you got to be impressed with what you've seen from your team today. As the last time this team was at home, they got scored on by Cedars FC. Oh, Vincent Stockton had a chance at it. 2 neat defenders in the area, not able to capitalize. Arthur White chasing after the ball. Will keep possession alive. Shot, saved. Sixth save of the evening for Hagen Carrier. And the Cedars FC team that won 3-1 against the Michigan Jaguars the last time the Jags were at home. You could see the air being sucked out of the players. Oh, potential attacking chance for Stockton. He's mad at himself as he sends it way above the net. He wanted that goal. But in this game, the Jags scored first, and when the Legends answered back, you see the mentality was still the same for the Jags. They knew that if they could stay focused and keep their emotions in check, that they would have this in the bag. And it did just that. They've been playing with the same amount of intensity pretty much all game long, even when things were not going their way in terms of the offensive possessions, especially at the beginning of the second half. Next game for them I want to make sure I shout this out. This is going to be, Peterson had a chance to get that ball. And talking to is going to happen from number 19, Craig Tinsley. And the center ref is going to bring him over and make him shake hands. I don't know if I've seen that. So for our Michigan Jaguars alumni and friends of the program, there is an Alumni Day game against Alianza FC. That is this Wednesday, June 19th at 8 p.m. I do believe the idea is that it's going to be some sort of scrimmage where Jags alumni and people who are associated with the program can suit up and play in that game. It's going to be more of a glorified scrimmage. That's Wednesday, June 19th at 8 p.m. at Toka Wixom. So if you are in any way associated with the Michigan Jags program, you want to play against Alianza FC, feel free to bring your cleats. I was even invited by Coach Diak, hey, if you got cleats, you want to come in, feel free to come. I said, I don't know about that. There's a reason why I'm up here, not down there. But for their next official Midwest Premier League game, it'll be 1 week from today, Sunday, June 22nd, 7 p.m. against Futsal Factory Academy. Coached by Drew Ducker. I have a lot of history with that team, so hopefully we can get their coach and administration on the program to talk about their season so far. A couple of impressive wins for them. Is there a team that isn't known to be competing for outdoor titles? They're more focused on the game of futsal itself. The outdoor game is just more so something that they can put on for their team to keep in shape. Not only for the players that play on that Futsal Factory team in the winter, but also the men's club soccer team for the University of Michigan that Ducks coaches in the fall. So interesting philosophy that's pretty different. And a foul called on Vincent Stockton against Giovanni Alvarado. Speaking of events happening on Wednesday, I want to make sure I shout this out. If you are a soccer fanatic, or even if you're not, if you just like hanging out, drinking beer, and having a good time with some friends, the Dog and Pony Show Brewing in Oak Park is having soccer trivia night on Wednesday. I believe that will start at 7 p.m. So Dog and Pony Show Brewing, pretty close to here, I would say, close to Farmington Hills. Hosting soccer trivia night. I will be there. I don't know anything about soccer, so if you're worried about embarrassing yourselves, don't worry. I will be there to make sure I hold the weight of the embarrassment, if that makes sense. Craig Kern, Brooks Lanebeer, and all the rest of the We Are Soccer folks will be in attendance as well. Very excited to reconnect with some of them. For some of those guys, I'll be meeting them for the first time. Should be exciting stuff. Dog and Pony Show Brewing. And from everything I've heard, it is a great place to drink and have food. So it'll be my first time being there. They're a sponsor of the We Are Soccer program that takes place airing on Sunday nights. We'll talk about that in a second, as Legends FC is trying to keep possession alive by any means necessary. Struggling to do so. Here's Harami. He's played the entirety of the second half. Finds his Madonna teammate. That was Justice Herman. There's some sort of injury. I do believe Giovanni Alvarado is holding his left knee. That's not good. Herman's also on the ground too, but they might call for the trainer for Alvarado. And he's able to move around his legs just fine, so I think it's just might have got the wind knocked out of him or something. With a little over 2 minutes left to go before stoppage time, he gets up just fine. Still needing a moment to breathe, as the rest of the team's going to try to get water, as it was a hot and sunny day before the sun went down here at the Hawk. If you love soccer, love listening to a couple guys banter about soccer and all the interesting news happening across the world, spend your Father's Day evening with America's favorite dad, Craig Hearn, Brooks Lane Beer, and the We Are Soccer team as they will host their weekly Sunday recap, talking about the U.S. men's national team, the FIFA Club World Cup, and a whole bunch of other soccer news from all around the world. We Are Soccer airs live at 9 p.m. Always an interesting watch. A lot of times I find myself saying, hey, you know, I'm learning quite a bit because, like I mentioned earlier, I don't know a whole lot. I'm still learning. So I would say there's rarely a take I disagree with, but a lot of the times I'm just hearing about this information for the first time. I find myself agreeing with whatever Brooks says. Here's Herman. Hasn't played a lot in this game. Now it's time to make an impact. Shot too wide. So we are about 10 seconds away from stoppage time. I imagine there will be about 3 or 4 minutes because of the cards, the 2 goals, injuries as well. As the Legends FC in the same boat as Detroit Metro FC, or Detroit Badgers FC. Detroit Metro is a completely different team playing in a different league. But both of those squads, first year in the Midwest Premier League, just struggling to find their footing. As is the case with a lot of first-year clubs in the Midwest Premier League. And a lot of teams, they recognize that they're not going to be able to figure it out, like the Ipsy Yetis and other teams who have played one league and then, or played 1 year and decided to not come back. Hope that's not the case for the Legends, though, because this is such an illustrious academy that is able to develop a lot of great men's players. Hope that they can keep their team alive, at least on the men's side. The women's side is doing more than just fine. Have played very well in the UWS. As another 2 minutes or so before we will hear that final whistle, I do believe. Legends will fall to 0-5 on a -14 goal differential in Brian Smith's first season as the head coach. Legends trying to make something of it. Still going for those quick attacks. That cross or that pass, just a little too much zip on it. A little too far for Drew Bowman, Brighton High School graduate. And that is going to be the end of the game. The Michigan Jaguars take the win, 3-1 over the Legends FC. They move up to 2-2 and 6th place in the Great Lakes East Division. Legends FC fall to 0-5. Season's pretty much over. They're playing for funsies at this point. And we'll go right into our post-game coverage. Only 2 yellow cards. They happen in quick succession of each other. Otavio Toluso earning 1, as well as Sebastian Dembowski, I believe, giving Toluso a receipt for his works earlier. For goals, Michigan Jaguars got the party started less than 10 minutes in. Ryan Sanborn on a complete team goal. Sebastian Dembowski ended up stealing the ball away 20 minutes later in the box and did a little spin move to send it into the back of the net, tie it up, going into halftime. After that, it would be a very competitive match going back and forth as Ryan Sanborn would quickly pounce on a counterattack chance and put it into the back of the net, followed by Ryan Sanborn finding Adam Pluschek on a nice another counterattack chance in the 78th minute to seal the win, 3-1. Hagen Carriere Solid outing from him, the goalkeeper, graduate from Brighton High School, the 2020 grad. Shout out the class of 2020. 6 saves for him on 9 shots on goal. And for the Jags, only 2 saves needed for both Alvaro Lopez and Giancarlo Darius to be able to secure the win. And as the game continued on, this Legends attack just continued to be dissected more and more. And this is a very well-coached Jaguars team that was able to pick apart the Legends as the game continued on. From all of us here at We Are Soccer, from the Point Images crew, Ed, Hera, and the boys, my name is Garrett Pogg. It's been great having you around. Stay tuned for We Are Soccer, the live weekly recap show happening at 9 p.m., just a few moments away. So long, have a good night, God bless you. We will see you here next time for more soccer.